Hello everyone. In this session, we'll see about how many ways to apply JavaScript code to your HTML page. Let us start. Okay. So this is the HTML page which we designed in the last session. Okay. So let me browse this plane. See here, this is the content. So this is my page. Okay. So in this session, we'll see about how to include JavaScript into a HTML page. Okay. Let us start. There are two ways to include JavaScript code to HTML page. First way is internal. Second one is the external. Okay. So we'll see how to apply a JavaScript code using internal and then external. Next heading, internal JavaScript code. So internal is nothing but a apply or add the code within the same HTML page under the head section using the script tag. Okay, let us see the example. So this is the simple HTML page. This is my HTML root element. This contains the two sections. First one is the head section. Second one is the body section. Head section is replicate for the meta information. Okay. So in this section, we are going to write scripting, styles, anything. Okay. If anything which is included under head section, that can be internal. If you refer the file using external, that we'll see in the next. Okay. Let us write a internal JavaScript coding. So JavaScript included by using the script tag. Next, what type I'm choosing? Type is equal to text/JavaScript. Type text/JavaScript. So this is the place to write my JavaScript code. Okay. So let me write document dot write. I just want to print JavaScript example. Let me save. So this is the instruction to write some code in HTML. Let me open here. Let me refresh. Document dot write JavaScript example. So this is the way to inspect the page. If you want to inspect, this is the way to inspect the page. See here. So here text/JavaScript. So that's why it's not loaded. So if you want to load, this is the way to inspect. Right click, inspect the page. Go to the source. Wherever you want to put a debugger, only for the scripting we can able to do the debugger, not for everything. Let me refresh. Okay, so debugger is not coming because the tag level itself we have made some mistake. Text/JavaScript. Let me save. Refresh. See here, now my debugger is here. So how to go out of debugger? Press F8 or so if you want, you can able to jump it. Press F8. So JavaScript example and hi. This is the way to include. Internal JavaScript code. Next, we'll see how to add external JavaScript code. Same code. External JavaScript is nothing but a. Let us take the notes and write it. So example is. This is the example. Next, external JavaScript code. So how to include the sectional JavaScript code, right? We'll see it. Okay. So for this one, create a JavaScript file and refer in the HTML page where you need it. Okay, so how to do this? So let me go to the notepad. For this one, I need to create the external file. So Control N or file new, you can able to choose, or else you can able to click here to the new file. So Notepad++ having a rich toolbar here, a language which I'm going to implement JavaScript. Select that JavaScript. So whatever the code you are written here, right? So let me copy and add here. Save. That's it. So here I need to create, and we need to follow the folder structure. So simply don't copy and paste in this path. Don't do like that. So it will create a plain file. So instead of doing that one, you need to create a one assets folder, because which is the asset for your application. Assets. So inside of this assets, you need to write or add a JavaScript file. So you create a one folder for JS. So which is assets. So these assets can able to have CSS, JS, images. Assets are nothing but the files which are going to use for your application is become your assets. Okay, so this is the way you need to include JavaScript files. So in this path you need to save it. So how to create, let me explain. So which is the folder I selected for my HTML page. Wherever your HTML page is there, simply create a one folder, assets. Go to that assets, you need to create a JS here. If you want to CSS, you need to include the CSS also. If you want to add external CSS, here is you need to add external CSS. And then for your project, for your HTML project, you want to add images. So this is the place, JS. To select our JS folder, copy this path, go here, paste here. Okay, I want to create this JS file. Let me create as a common.js file. So simply give common. Already the type is the JavaScript file. So .js will be automatically added. So don't add .js. Simply common. Save this file. My file is saved. Next, how to do that one? Same thing, but earlier your code is here, but your code is from the another source. The source you need to include. SRC is nothing but the source path. So where is your path? Within the same folder. See here, my index is there. So along with index, I'm having the assets. How to this path, right? Dot slash will provide the within the same folder if you want to give the reference. So in index, which is the sibling of assets. See here. So remember like this, whenever the sibling files, the reference will be included like this. Index, which has a sibling of assets, dot slash, and then assets folder, assets or ERP system. I need to give the reference of assets folder. Assets slash JS slash common dot JS. Assets slash JS slash common dot JS. Save it. So refresh the browser. JavaScript examples. Okay, is that my browser is refreshed correctly or not? JavaScript examples. So let me remove this word and let me check. Okay, refresh JavaScript. So my JavaScript file is loaded successfully. Okay, so but what is the use with this one? What is the use with internal and external? Okay, what are the steps to include external? First, you need to create a JavaScript file and refer in the HTML page where you need. So how to refer? For this one, same. Earlier you write the code here, but by using the SRC attribute, you need to include a JavaScript reference. So take this one as you can able to take like this. This is your head section, right? So it is good to take entire thing. Head script. For the script we are going to include src. So this src is nothing but a source attribute. src is nothing but a source attribute. Here src is a source attribute. src is the source attribute to include external JavaScript files. External JavaScript files. So it's not a files, it is external JavaScript file. Sir, I want to add a one more file. How to do? You need to include one more script tag. One more script tag. If you want to give one more JS reference, you need to give one more script tag. Okay, how many we need? Multiple we need to give. One src is responsible for one J. If I want one more, you need to do again. So this is the way. So this is about how many ways to include JavaScript code to your HTML page. One is the internal one, second is an external one. Okay, that's it for section.